My parents over here got some cousins and whatnot. I don't really kick it with them as much as we used to, but got to see my parents, so that was good. I was low-key trying to not do that. Only because they just wanted to do something that I didn't necessarily want to do.
I just don't vibe with the whole, like,
you know what I mean?
Seeing 5 different families in Christmas.
That's a lot.
I grew up doing that in the last couple of years because they have my brother and his fiance, and then my parents. It's a lot to see 4 different families in one day.
It is a lot. So I was happy. For Christmas and New Year's, that's just right here. For Christmas and New Year's, or Thanksgiving, we were able to split it up into 2 days. It's like my family. That's a lot more digestible than once. So that was cool. Bro, congrats on your half, dude.
I appreciate that, man.
You surprised yourself? You crushed it.
I started out and I did the first mile at, I think it was like 9:20 pace. And I knew to do under 2 hours, I needed to do at least 9 minutes. So, shoot, I want to say right around the 2 mile mark, I started doing like 8:30, 8:40. I was like, I don't know if I'm going to hold this for the next however long, but I'm going to try. I ended up surprising myself.
Real quick, how you want to cut this today?
Same thing as usual, mid-skin fade, blend it up to the top. I think the length on the top is good right now.
Looks pretty good right now too. All right, cool. So just mid-skin fade?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, dude. So I was like, you didn't catch any cramps?
Oh my God, I was wrecked after. It was after finishing, I think the adrenaline was still going, and I was like, I don't feel that bad. But afterwards, me and my fiance went and got breakfast, and I went to stand up from the car, and I was like, oh shoot, my legs were wrecked.
That's when you felt it there.
No, it was bad, but I think I was pretty much feeling better by Monday, Tuesday-ish. But I gave myself an entire week off of running, and I was like, I'm just gonna chill for a little bit. So this week was my first week getting back into it, but I've just been doing 2 to 3 miles a couple of times. Trying to also get back into the gym some.
See that?
Hit the lifts up a little bit.
See that? Yeah, so my buddy, did you do a post-race run? Just kind of shake out the...
Oh, heck no.
No?
Heck
You're like, I'm good for now.
No, dude. There were... so I got there at 6:15 and there were people doing warm-up laps, running around, and...
Before the race.
I had a buddy who afterward, he's like, I'm gonna go do like a cool-down mile, and I was like, cool-down mile? I was like, you're out of your mind, dude. I'm going to get some pancakes, man. I'm out of here.
Just when you thought you were crazy, there's a whole other level of crazy.
Oh, dude, there was, what's wild is I think the person, so they do a half marathon and a marathon. And I think the person that came in first for the marathon did like 2:05 or something. Wow. 2:15.
Marathon.
This is wild.
Is it basically a Kenyan or not even?
I don't know. That's always what I assume.
Was it some tiny, skinny little white dude?
It's always the tall ones. They got they got the long strides.
Covering more ground.
Oh, dude, that's wild.
How's the weather?
Weather was actually super nice.
Was good that day?
Yeah, it was super nice.
So what, you got your fix in? Are you already eyeing your next one?
And I'm gonna do the Gate River run.
I think that was a good one.
That one was good. And then I want to do a full marathon, either, I think October-ish. Be cool.
That's cool. Give you a whole year to...
And also, I don't really want to do anything in the summertime.
Right.
So, that would be cool.
Right on.
I just don't know which one.
How to feel being back in the gym?
It feels good. Starting to do squat, bench, deadlift again. Just trying to put some strength back on.
Yeah.
I used to tell myself that I don't deadlift because my back, but then I'm like, is that just an excuse to not have to do it?
Yeah, I think for me, it's just finding the balance of you want to do those lifts, but then just trying not to go overboard.
100%.
We're not competing.
Yeah, it's also a lot to do all 3 in a week. Yeah. Plus, if you want to seriously get stronger at it, you kind of have to do them more than once a week. At least for me, bench. I have to bench 2 to maybe 3 times a week, just because when I take a break from it, for the last 8 weeks, I didn't really do any big, huge compound lifts. Yeah. And the actual strength stays there, but the form, the technique, and just like, I don't know, like your muscle tendons just don't stay the same. So it's like going back into it, doing 225 is all wobbly.
But it felt good though. Always feels good to come back.
100%. It always takes me a minute. First 2 days, I was like, I feel it. And on the weekend, I'm still playing pickleball.
Supposed to play too much this week, but got like some of the guys that's playing tonight, and my wife was trying to tell me this morning, hey, family's in town, we got dinner tonight. I was like, oh, maybe. The guys said they were playing pickleball tonight, so.
Dinner with family, pickleball.
Yeah. I'm always trying to get it all, so maybe I can play for a little bit.
Oh, you're trying to fit everything into one.
Catch a late dinner.
Yeah, I get it.
have my cake and eat it.
No, I get it.
You play?
I haven't. It looks interesting.
I think you like it, dude.
I did get, when I was younger, I gave tennis a try. That wasn't my thing.
No.
So if
Ping pong?
pickleball is easier and involves less skill,
For sure.
then I'm good with that. I tried racquetball too, and that was, I played with someone and they were full on swinging that racket. It was a dang baseball bat.
So you're playing with a jerk.
I'm like,
That's what you're saying.
I'm like, bro's trying to take my head off.
Right.
You know, racquetball is dangerous. We'll go all out with that.
Did you have a busy day today?
No, it's actually not too bad. Trying to take it easy.
We're just gonna get into these little compartments.
I don't want to. These are expensive.
Close the year out with a small YouTube video. Been consistent as I want, but if I can close the year out, I can be like, all right,
There you go.
start those habits now, right?
Yes, sir. Until Christmas is over because traffic wasn't horrendous this morning.
Dude, I'm glad that's over. Just like trying to drive around the town center, people were telling me, bro, it took me 30 minutes just to come from Gate Parkway. You know what I mean?
Dude, I just avoid it at all costs.
That's why I'm just, thankful people want to come here during the holidays. I'm like, dude, if I didn't work here, I wouldn't want no part of it.
Plus you have to come over, what is it, the Dames Point Bridge?
Mm-hmm.
What does it take you, like 45 minutes to an hour to get over here?
No, it's really not that bad. I think with traffic, it might take 25, but like, you'd be surprised, dude. I can get here in 15 to 20. There's only 2 lanes, and this keeps getting more congested out there.
When I used to work off of Gate Parkway, granted I have to go through I-10 downtown and stuff.
Yeah.
And with no traffic this morning, it only took 25 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
But anytime earlier in the morning, it used to take an hour.
Mm-hmm.
This is wild. I get why so many people complain about having to go to work in an office now. Commuting is crazy.
It's rough, man. I'm just trying to get here a little earlier, just because there's always some random bit of traffic.
Would you ever want to move closer, or are you chilling where you're at?
No.
Well, you also have your church over there too,
Yeah.
right?
So that would definitely change some things. I'm open to it. I really want to see what this, everyone keeps talking about 7 Pines.
Oh, is that over in St. John's?
No, it's actually on the other side of,
Oh, so right over here. Oh, is it by Kernan?
yes.
Oh.
But apparently it's supposed to connect. I don't know if it connects to Gate Parkway or what.
Isn't that like bougie neighborhood?
Supposedly.
I was gonna say, I know Kernan's come up a lot. So I know
Supposedly.
Kernan's super popular.
I need a target. You know what I mean? I don't even know if I want that.
Yeah.
But like, we were at my cousin, her husband's house.
Yeah.
And they stay out in Bartram.
Oh, Bartram's nice, that old St. Augustine Bartram area.
Mhm.
That's where my brother's father-in-law lives.
And again, very nice, right?
Yeah.
Has everything you need out there, amenities, and just like, appreciating his house. I was like, dude, when'd you get this house? And he was like, oh, been here for 11 years. I was like, what'd you get it for?
I bought it for 2 pennies and a dime.
So he was like, oh, you 200, 220.
I don't want to.
I was like, oh my God.
What's it worth now?
Right, pretty much close to double.
Dude.
And I was like, wow. But I was trying to think, because my cousin did live in that area. I think you could see that it was going to be a really nice area. So I'm just wondering, if you buy into an area real early, you say you do real estate. I know it's kind of out of control right now. But I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to be like, all right, let me shoot for like area early.
I don't know if you could get it early anywhere now.
Right.
I don't know, dude. I was down a few weeks ago. I was down in the Riverside area, and there was a really nice house for sale. And granted, I already know it was going to be expensive. I just looked it up to see. It was going for a little over $1 million. But the crazy part was the last purchase price, which was probably like 15 years ago or so. It was like $300,000. And then there's another house that is not too far from where I grew up, and they bought it. Actually, the last purchase price was actually probably about almost paid off now, I think. But I mean, I'm not gonna deny that as far as working for a company, that's definitely. I mean, it's one of the best ways to go in terms of how much you can earn, because obviously
Sales?
Yeah, I mean, if you're in the right position, I mean, a lot of companies, if it's uncapped earnings, it's not uncommon for someone in the sales field to like a tech company or something to make $200,000 to $300,000 a year.
Start just seeing the people that are making all kinds of money. Like, man, am I just gonna have to switch my career at some point? Like,
what's funny is I don't know if you've seen it on Instagram, but recently there's like a big rise in people posting just like normal everyday 9 to 5 life content, which is like the complete opposite, because for a while there, everything you saw on social media was, oh, you have to work for yourself, and if you're not making $1 million a year, then your life is over, essentially.
It's a broke boy.
Yeah, so like so now you have the complete opposite of people coming in, and it's gaining so much traction, because like they're telling people like, you can work a 9 to 5 job, it's okay and stuff like that. And the funny thing is like these accounts grow so much that before you know it, they're most definitely surpassing their regular income from social media income. But at the same time, it's funny because you can't quit your full-time job. Because that's what your entire account is based on.
Yeah, I was watching this one. You ever watch Charlie Chang?
Yeah, I've seen him. Yeah.
He was like, there's a video where he was like interviewing students on the USC campus, and a couple of them in particular, they just happen to be big on YouTube. But he's like, oh yeah, what do you make with your side hustle?
Yeah,
What do you, there was like a girl, she's like, yeah, I clear like 6 figures.
Okay, that's cool.
On the side, as I'm a full-time student.
Okay, that's cool.
I was like, all right. I mean, she's been doing it for a long time. Respect.
Yeah, no.
Then there's like this other dude, and they both happen to be Asian.
Yeah. And
they start talking to this dude. Oh, what do you do? Oh, I make YouTube content. Roblox.
Oh God, not the Roblox.
Right? Yeah. Minecraft, and it's like, oh yeah, what do you pull in a day? It's like, oh, I got like 3 channels. Like, we pull in like 100K a month. I was like, what?
Is this Mr. Beast?
Right.
Crazy. That's crazy, dude.
I was like,
that's wild. Good for
what
them.
am I doing with my life?
Good for them, because I would have been dropped out like 5 times over at that point.
Yeah, the guy was like, what are you doing here? You know what I'm saying? And he's like, oh, my parents still want me to go to school. I was like, okay.
I don't know. It's interesting because I don't know. On one hand, with social media, you have, the 16-year-old kids that are like, oh, drop shipping, oh, e-commerce, this, if you're not making $1 million a month, you're a failure type deal. But I don't know. I think that there's genuinely, obviously there's people that just genuinely find happiness in 9 to 5 or whatever they do, and just kind of enjoy their life. But on the flip side of that, they're made to feel bad about it. And so that's what I see a complete shift in, is now like the big thing is all of these people posting content, and it's nothing extraordinary at all. It's where they set up their phone throughout the day and get a few 10 to 15 second clips, and it's just a normal everyday person, and they blow up so quickly. It's we're seeing a shift where people just want like real authenticity, and so it's like, dude, you don't even have to do anything special.
No,
they're just filming their everyday life, and it's blowing up.
I know, and that's exactly why I'm just like, all right, dude, just freaking put your camera on. Start posting stuff. It's gonna suck in the beginning.
And if all else fails, go to Roblox.
That's it, bro. Just go to Roblox.
Dude, that's
just
great.
Start making bro. Think about it. It is like, who's watching YouTube all the time? Kids.
Oh, 100%.
So it's 100%. Like, all right.
Yeah, I know. I saw this clip, and there's this guy named Queso.
Queso?
Yeah. He's freaking hilarious. But he does like streaming and stuff like that. And someone had commented on a thing, and it was he was talking about how some people are like, oh, streaming and doing this is 100% harder than a full-time job. And he's like, look, I'm gonna keep it real with you. I wake up at 2 p.m. I get to hang out with my friends and come home and stream. He's like, 90% of this is luck.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. That's like, the missing part of the equation is like, you could, you might pop off in a few months, or you might be 5-6 years till you pop off.
Dude, it's algorithm.
Yeah.
It's, there's a lot of creators out there that you can see that where the quality of stuff they put out definitely should surpass the Roblox YouTubers. But no, it is probably about 80% luck for sure. But yeah,
bro,
no,
even you've had your success on YouTube, so you can definitely testify to like
I mean, if you put in the work, no, it's you have to just have to get past the discouraging portion of it. Because I mean, no doubt when you're putting in effort to something, 20, 30 hours a week, and then it doesn't go anywhere. You're like, this is the one. It gets 10 views, and then you see other stuff that's like nowhere near as good, and then it gets 50,000 views. It just it makes you wonder. No, I think without a doubt, YouTube is the most lucrative platform, but it's also the hardest to grow on. And then, I mean, I've seen some channels that I used to, like some YouTubers that I used to watch like throughout high school, and like nowadays their channel's kind of dead. It's crazy to see, because it's like a channel with like a couple million subscribers, and it's just like, if they ever post anything, it gets like 20, 30,000 views. But it's also like, some people talk about like, you want engagement, because there's some channels that have 20, 30,000 subscribers, but then pull in crazy numbers. I mean, at the end of the day, if you're trying to make money off of it, it's not subscribers that makes you money. It's all engagement. Like you see some channels that have 4, 5, 6 million subscribers and then average like 100K views and like 5,000 likes. It's like, okay, so this is one of those things where it's like they probably hit subscribe and then completely forgot your channel existed afterwards. The teenagers on the internet make you think about your life decisions. Shoot, man, nowadays I'm like, if I go back and do it all over again, I'm going to college for computer science. Shoot, man. Like, you see all these software engineers.
Oh my god.
God,
what do you make? 250.
Like
22 years old.
Base salary out of college, $250 a year. There is one guy. I think his Instagram handle is Backstate. He's a super chill guy, but he went to school for computer science, and he started working at a tech company in San Francisco. And I think he was making like $175 a year or something like that. But he took a pay cut down to like $100,000 a year to go work at a startup company. And then I think about 10 months later, they actually got bought out and acquired by NVIDIA, which is a company that does like all the graphics cards and stuff like that. And because he was kind of a founding member of that, I think out of that he walked away with like $6 million. So
a little piece of change,
Yeah, just a little bit. So now I'm like,
just a